Hi! My name is Yujin and I just got scammed. I just got scammed for my feet. So it started off when I got this DM on Instagram. He is private, he has 0 followers, and he was following 40 people at the time, and I'm guessing he was following people to scam. So he said, "Hey Yujin, I've just stumbled across your YouTube channel and I'd like to tell you that you're a wonderfully talented content creator." And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. "Your content is so well edited, colorful, and expressive. Yujin, I know this is an unusual request, but I was wondering if you might be interested in modeling your feet in some photos for a compensation of $600. I would of course pay you in advance prior to me receiving the photos via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. It would be $600 for 12 photos and there's absolutely no need to show your face, legs, or any other part of your body in the photos. I'm just interested in the photos of your feet. Please let me know if you might be interested in the project, Yujin." And so...
Very nice man.
I was, yeah, he was so nice.
So kind.
So I read this when I was with my 2 friends, Angie and Leah, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, guys, I got a DM from someone and he's willing to pay $600 for my feet. And guys, I'm proud of my feet. Like, I have some really, okay, I don't have nice feet, but they're
pretty cute.
Like, they're like cute.
I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, Sunny had to go, so I will be doing this video alone now. And then so I responded, "Hello, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate your kind words. What an interesting project, ha ha ha. What kind of feet pictures were you looking for?" Hi, Sunny.
Hi. Bye.
Bye. And obviously I knew he was asking because he had like a foot fetish. Who else would want feet photos? And then he said, "Hi Yujin, of course you're very talented. I'm so glad to hear you might be interested in the project. I understand it's unusual, so thanks for being open-minded. If you wouldn't mind, maybe I could send you some sample photos of other models posing their feet. If you're interested, which I hope you are, I'd ask you to replicate to the best of the ability the poses they're making with their feet. Is it okay if I send you some sample photos?" And then so I said, "Yes, if you wouldn't mind, can I see some sample photos? For those of you who don't like feet, please skip to blah blah blah." And here is the sample photos he sent me. Yeah, I know. And so I was with Angie and Leah at the moment and we were just like, oh my gosh, these feet photos are crazy. And then he said the project would entail these 6 photos, once with bare feet and once with socks. Hope everything sounds okay so far. And then I said, "I see. The only thing is that I have no idea who you are and what you would do with these photos, so I don't feel fully comfortable. So I would like to know the purpose of you asking for the photos if you don't mind." And he was really nice about it. He said, "Not a problem, that's a very reasonable concern. I am committed to maintaining a policy of total honesty with the models I work with. So as much I'd like to tell you that the project is for a higher purpose, the rather unexciting truth is that I simply have a thing for feet. This is a completely private project and the photos will not be shared with anyone. I of course don't mind you asking. Please feel free to ask me any more questions." And then I was like, wow, he's like a very honest man. Like, he might be fooling me, but you know, he's being really honest and nice, so maybe I could trust him, you know? So I said, "Thank you for the honesty. If it's harmless and won't affect me in any negative way, I might be interested." And then he started asking me like questions about like my feet, like my shoe size, like how smelly my feet are. And for like the questions about the smell of the feet, he asked, "Please describe in 2 to 3 sentences how each kind of footwear make your feet smell. Common descriptors are vinegary, cheesy, like corn chips, Fritos." And I was just thinking to myself, dang, my feet really don't smell that much. So I answered these questions and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I'm gonna be selling photos to this man. And then he asked me to elaborate my answers. He said to rate 1 as the smelliest and 10 not the smelliest. So I rated mine as like an 8 or 9 and I was just like, my feet don't really smell, like if that's okay with you. And then he asked me, is there any time your feet were particularly smelly? So I was like, oh, like I guess feet lovers really like smell. And people with foot fetishes do have an interest in the smell also. And so I told him like back in high school, my feet like smelled more, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, maybe I can make a little bit more money out of this. So I was like, just wondering, do you pay more for higher quality photos? And then he said, iPhone quality is fine. I unfortunately capped payment for photos at $600. However, should you be interested, I could raise compensation to $800 if you'd like to do a 60-second long video in which you can mute the audio, in which again, you only have to show your feet. Here is a sample. And then he sends me a sample of someone's feet. And I'm like, oh, I have to do this. But you know what? $200 more, let's do it. And then he messaged me again, this time offering me $350 to send him smelly socks. So like socks that I have worn before. And yeah, I was like, okay, this is just going so far. But $350, this is great. Wow, I'm gonna be rich from this. But then I didn't want to rip him off, because if he wanted smelly feet, I don't have smelly feet. So I was like, hello again, can I ask how smelly were you searching for? If you wanted really stinky feet, I'm probably the wrong candidate. And then he said, hi, thanks Eugen. No, not abnormally smelly, just a natural foot scent, but one that is strong enough that it can easily be smelled on the sock. Not an offensive odor, but just a strong natural foot odor. Do you think this would be possible? Thanks so much for your honesty. And then I'm just like, yeah, I think it would be possible then. But then he said like, oh, my address is outside of the US, but I will fully reimburse any shipping expenses. And so I'm assuming that he lives in Japan, because on his profile, honestly, I could just show his profile, right? Because I don't want him to fool like any other girls. Throughout this messaging, he's like super nice. Like he's like using exclamation marks. He's like, haha, okay, sounds great. Smiling face and stuff like that. So I'm just like, dang, he's legit. Like I really trusted this man. If you're watching this, I really trusted you. And I'm just like, dude, he's giving me so much money. Even though he said iPhone quality is fine, I'm gonna ask Sunny to take the photos for me, and it'll be just more fun. I really didn't want to take photos of my feet by myself. Like imagine I was just like, what? You know? So it is Wednesday, January 14, and I message him saying, hi, we'll be taking the photos today. 6 without socks and 6 with socks. And then he says, okay, awesome. Yes, that's if you'd like to do the 12 photos for $600. If you'd like to do the 60-second video, it'd be 6 photos, no socks, and just the video for $800. So I'm like, okay, I'll be doing the 6 photos and video with no socks. And then he says, okay, great, looking very much forward to concluding our project. And then he sends me another full-on paragraph. This one was so funny. He says, hi Eugen, you've been so kind in answering my questions, so I feel bad about bothering you with more. I just have one last question. I know it's not much, but I'd like to give you an additional $35 for answering it, as I feel I've already asked you enough. So in total, I hope to compensate you $835. I was just wondering, Eugen, and I can tell you're such a sweet and kind person, so please be honest. You won't hurt my feelings. How it makes you feel that some might like the smell of your feet. Would you mind sharing your candid and honest, doesn't matter if they're very critical, thoughts about someone who would enjoy smelling your feet after a long day? As always, if this makes you uncomfortable, it is absolutely not necessary to answer it. Just thought I'd ask in the meantime while waiting for your photos. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, another $35. This man is so rich. And I say, don't worry, you're not bothering me with questions. This was actually pretty eye-opening, because obviously it is not the norm to enjoy the smell or the look of feet. I would always hear people talking about selling photos of their feet, but I didn't know it was pretty common until you reached out to me. Although it does make me a bit uncomfortable, not a bit, it's kind of a lot. Although it does make me a bit uncomfortable to know that a stranger will be staring at pictures of my feet and smelling my used socks whenever they would like to. But thank God I didn't send those socks. I guess it's similar to strangers watching my YouTube videos or scrolling through my Instagram. Which is true, like, feet are just feet. I think like a face is more precious, you know? I think most people have at least one strange smell they enjoy, and so I respect your enjoyment of other people's feet. But I do find it crazy how you and other people who are into feet would pay this much money for it. And then he says, haha, thanks so much for your thoughtful answer. Not that you'd want to know, but it isn't just any feat. You're such a talented and beautiful influencer. I would of course be willing to pay a fair price, but I'll stick with business because I know you're busy. Thanks again, and I'll be waiting for your update. Like, that was really nice of him. He said I was a talented and beautiful influencer. I'm not even an influencer. I'm just a small little YouTuber making small vlogs on YouTube. Hi, Sunny. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And then I say, thank you so much. That is very kind of you to say.
Thank you so much.
After a few moments, Sunny finally comes to my house. So we can have our
Photo shoot. I come in with my nice ass camera, ready to take her pictures of her feet for this man's. And then we have a photo shoot.
I'm just eating cheese puffs. All this is happening.
Okay, wait. Look. They look so good.
They do look good. Oh my gosh.
Can you put it more down? Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, smile.
And then at 5 o'clock, I say, I have the photos and videos ready.
Okay, awesome. It has been a real pleasure working with you. What vending services would you like to use to receive payment?
Venmo, please. How did you want the photos sent to you? And then this is when I made such a horrible mistake.
Okay, great. Before I send payment, I do ask that just a 10-second sample of the video be sent through Instagram so I can ensure basic standards of visibility, resolution, and proper angles have been met. If everything is fine, which I'm sure it will be, I will immediately send payment. Once you receive payment, please email the photo set and the video to, and then his email.com. I will be sending $835 now, but we will discuss sock purchases very soon.
And then so I sent him the 10-second video of my feet being so majestic. And then I say, good? Question mark with a thumbs up. And then he says, yes, sending payment now. And me and Sunny are just like, oh my gosh.
We're like, oh my god, Yujin, you just made $800 with your feet.
Oh my god. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
But then he's like kind of taking a while. I was like, why isn't it coming? And then 2 minutes later, he sends this text message. And he says, I'm so sorry. Please know that I feel awful. Not always, but you're such a sweet person. I promise everything will remain private. I will try to send compensation very soon. And Sunny and I get that text message.
At first we were so confused. We were like, wait, I don't understand. But then soon we realized he has blocked her from his account, and like, we understand the message, meaning that he's not gonna send any money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No way. Wait. No way. No way. No way.
He has a video of my feet, everybody.
No way. No way. All that for nothing. No.
I will try to send a compensation very soon.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel so ripped off. Why did I send that? What else should I say? Fuck you! So that's it, folks.
Don't be dumb like her. Just kidding. We encouraged it.
Yeah.
All of us encouraged it.
I asked like 17 people, and 2 of them said no.
You should
I should have listened to them.
You should have.
So for those of you who are interested in selling feet or anything, I guess, make sure to receive the money first.
No. What? Don't do it.
Make sure to receive the money first, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very hurt by this man.
He seemed nice.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
yep.
Just don't trust anyone with 0 followers. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Even if they're super nice and uses exclamation marks and smiley
Be careful
faces.
out there, folks. The world is a very dangerous place.
Yeah.
For gullible people like her.
Yeah. So if you like the video, please like,
Subscribe.
and comment. And I'll see you in the future.
Bye.
Bye.